So I'm back again here with my friend Brad, who is looking to invest some money for when he comes back from travelling. He obviously doesn't want to spend it all while he's away in multiple countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to dive into some different topics. First one I want to start with is Mo Salah going to be at Liverpool this time next season?
No.
You don't think?
No, I think it's a brave move for FSG to finally do something right and turn down 150 and then 212, but the money in football's a joke. You can't justify that much money for a 32-year-old player this time next year.
Do you think they'll offer as much money next year?
No, I think it'll be less, but I think we'll have got what we needed to get out of him this year. I feel there's no right wingers at the minute in the world that you can replace with a Mo Salah.
Anyone at all?
No one that would come, which is the issue. I mean, we've just had the Jude Bellingham saga, didn't come.
That was never on the cards, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
What with Mbappe as well? Yeah.
Just make Europa League football, Thursday night football at Anfield. Oh, just wait. Yeah, just wait for this year.
Did you actually think the Bellingham thing was?
No. Same as Mbappe 2 years ago. It's all false rumours to get everyone excited, but it's been a good transfer market. But then all the good that we've done would have been lost if we'd have got rid of Salah this year without a replacement, because we'd have had Ben Doak playing right wing.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. Mate. But it's the only position that we don't have someone
locked in.
Well, someone to step in. Yeah, I mean, up front, Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez, they're both top strikers in my opinion. On the left wing, you're going to have Luis Diaz and Jota. Don't mind either of them starting. When Salah doesn't start, there is no one to play right wing. And I think even if you get 212 million, it's fantastic. But
is that going to be spent on new players or just pocketed?
No, it'll go straight to Boston Red Sox, won't it? We know where it's going. It's where it's gone for the last 15 years. But, that's the issue as a Liverpool fan. For that player to go, you need that replacement to come in. And
One thing Klopp's good at, though, is making a player. Like when you sign Mane for 30 million, I thought,
correct.
What a waste of money.
No.
But look at the boy he turned out to be.
But the problem is, who is there to make into that player? We haven't got...
no one thought Mane was going to be that boy.
No, but you bring him in. Where were we when we brought Mane? We were finishing 8th and 9th in the league. Now we're fighting for the top.
Well, a few seasons back.
Yeah, we're still there, mate. We're still there. Arsenal.
You finished 5th last year.
Yeah.
So you're not top of the fighting for the number 1 spot, are you?
Yeah, we'll get back there. Look at us this year. I think we'll be a top 4 team this year.
We've only had 4 games, mate. So don't get too
3 wins and a draw, though. We take it.
Who were your 3 wins again?
Newcastle.
Good result. Oh, that was a good one when Núñez scored
down
last
to 10 men. Yeah.
I remember I was in New York at the time, but I was very disheartened when I saw that Núñez scored twice.
Yeah, baller. I wasn't. FPL points, mate.
FPL points?
Kept him from the start, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, you had him, didn't you?
I mean, slightly embarrassing that I transferred him out that game week for the next
so you didn't even have him?
No, so I had him for the game week, but me and Jack were sat on the ice cream van talking about it. And I said, he's not starting. I fucking love him, but he's not starting. I need to get rid. And he was like, yeah, you do, mate. Yeah,
didn't
you
he
do.
assist the next game?
Yeah, didn't have him for that one. Yeah, he started the next game as well. So the 1 week that he starts is the 1 week that I don't have him.
But to be fair, the week before I had Jota.
Yeah.
And he scored 2 goals or 1 goal and 2 assists.
Yeah, something like that.
And then he didn't start against Newcastle.
Yeah,
And then your boy comes in and scores.
Yeah.
Even after Van Dijk got sent off.
Yeah.
And now he's got.
But they probably helped us. I was saying this to everyone. So us going down to 10 men in that game helped us. We kept it close. Liverpool against Newcastle going 1-0 down with 11 men would have been pushing and pushing and pushing. Trent would have been playing where Darwin Núñez should be playing with no right back. And we'd have probably conceded 2 or 3 more, I feel, in my opinion. So I think down to 10 men, it kept the game close. It frustrated Newcastle. And obviously, future Ballon d'Or winner Darwin Núñez just goes and scores 2, don't he? It's just what he does. Just turns up.
Apparently so, yeah. It didn't appear last season, but...
No, but you can't deny he's found his shooting range this year.
He's only scored twice, hasn't he?
Okay, so, yeah, he's only played like 30 minutes of football. It's not a bad return.
You can't say he's found his shooting boots, bro.
Okay, then. So in the Premier League last year, who had the highest expected goals and assists out of any player?
I don't know, because when I choose my fantasy football team, I don't look that far into it like you do.
12 out of 12 for the last 3 years, eh?
So,
no.
Okay, I am talking about Sal.
But no, Darwin Núñez last year had the highest XG for any player, even
I don't know
more
what
than
XG even is, but
expected goals, yeah,
Right,
even more than
right.
Haaland.
So we've mentioned FPL there, which is a big part of both of our lives because we've got a big group chat.
Yeah, I mean, we have got a big group chat which we carry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Certain members think they play more than what they do, but I mean,
they're not in the starting
no,
11.
It's like pinky in the brain, isn't it? You can't have one without the other. We need us to keep it going.
Okay, so how, besides the group chat, how have you been getting on in the FPL?
Like team rank overall and things like that.
Nah, just in our group. Forget that.
Oh yeah, started well.
Overall's nothing.
Yeah, so I started well. I tried to go for the approach. I'm a mid-table player every year.
So you're the Liverpool of our FPL.
Yeah, I'm like a Stoke City of 2006. Just
Rory Delap.
Yeah. Just fucking Jonathan Walters getting up there. But no, I'm steady. So I tend to take a lot of minus points.
Didn't you go top this season at some point?
I did.
And you put a big I'm the best in the group chat.
Yeah.
Told
everyone that they can swivel for a week and that I'm here to take everyone's money. And then I reverted back to last year's tactics and like Burnley against Man City. Do you know what I mean? I just opened myself up for it and just plummeted. Yeah, so I thought I'd captain a differential. And
because everyone's captain Haaland.
Everyone's going for Haaland, aren't they? So I thought Haaland's going to blank here. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to captain little Phil Foden, the lad from Manchester. And he didn't even turn up, did he, mate? Do you know what I mean? He just sat on the bench for 85 minutes and came up for the last 5 to ruin my day.
Oh god! So complete waste of time.
Complete waste of time, mate. I was working as well at the time. So
was that? Hang on, is that the same weekend Haaland scored a hat trick?
No, fortunately not.
Okay.
But
you would have been bottom and I wouldn't.
No, but so I didn't learn from my mistake that game week. And the next game week, I went, Phil Foden's going to do something this week. So I captained him again. And he started. He had a great game, but he didn't score. And he got an assist. So he got like 8 points. And then Haaland's second half against Fulham went, Brad hasn't captained me in FPL, so I'm going to go and score 3. Yeah, so...
Yeah, all right, because that was 5-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, you should have seen what I sent him a message on Instagram afterwards, mate. I called him out. I was just like, mate, it's not even fun. You're ruining this for me now. I've put £45 into this year, and I'm literally going to come away with nothing again.
You've mentioned 45 quid there. What is the total? Is it 500 quid then?
Well, I don't know. It changes all the time, doesn't it? It seems to be the key money holder seems to change the rules of who gets what each season. So I'm not sure. Yeah, but I mean, I think first place is 350 quid.
Oh, because we do that cup as well.
We do the cup for the last few games weeks. Yeah, so
but everyone pays 45 quid.
Everyone pays 45.
12 or 13 people.
I think we had 13, and then one cried out, didn't they?
Oh, okay.
So we're left with 12.
I don't know if he cried out, but yeah, all right.
Well, he played 3 game weeks and then decided that he
played 3 game weeks.
He was in the league for 3 game weeks.
Yeah.
And then he must have looked in the mirror and gone, "I'm a bitch," and then decided to pull out.
He never said that. So let's not say that. Anyway, so we've got a fair bit of the way. 3/4 of the way of the season left.
Oh, we've got a fair bit left, yeah. I mean, I'm fully expecting a 10 out of 12 finish.
Oh, I'm expecting 12 out of 12.
Yeah, so we're going to be together.
Yeah. But the main thing is we've carried that group chat from...
We have, from start to finish, yeah, from day one.
To
game
week 38.
We won't go into too much details about it, but I believe 2 members paid just to have entry to the group chat last year. So it's a prestige club, what can we say? Got little Liam just making a team and not even checking it.
The best bit is he joined on like game week 3.
Yeah, no, but later than that. He joined like game week 8 just to be in the chat. He's like,
but why did he even make a team?
So no, he's like, here's my £25
You know how he calls us all losers for doing FPL and it's stupid. He came around my house, Arsenal United, when I thought we'd won it in the last minute. I was going crazy. Garnacho scored. And
cheeky offside VAR.
Yeah, and then obviously they went and scored. He's an Arsenal fan. Started losing his mind.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, worst person to watch it with.
Yeah, fully. Part-time fan. Anyway, he started going through my face. He's like, show me FPL. Started looking through it.
Judging you.
And then slagging me off because I haven't got Saliba or this Arsenal player. I was like, if you want to make a team, shut up and get in it.
Yeah, he does that.
He
to
calls
me.
us all losers,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's just jealous.
He does it to me at the gym when we're in the gym. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I mean, I won't lie, I'm either on FPL or trying to browse.
Message your mum.
Message my mum. That's what we'll go for. Yes, to make sure she's okay. And I'm on FPL, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm having a look at my team. I'm just not really feeling it." And he's just like, "What are you doing? We're here to train." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but like, I'm here to do everything. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to box it out in 40 minutes." So I'm looking through, and he's like, "Let me have a look." He's like, "Well, you're going wrong there already, aren't you?" I'm like, "Well, pay you £45, man. Just leave me alone."
Yeah, get in here at the start of the season. You might have a chance.
Commit, and you might win. He talks a good game. Be nice to get him in there next year.
I don't know if he will though.
I don't know, but we're going to revert back now to VAR. That was just mentioned. What do you think?
Who mentioned VAR?
I mentioned VAR for the Arsenal game. Good,
I
bad,
like
ugly.
It. I like it. I think they're slowly increasing the speed of time that it takes to make a decision.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is a pain in the arse. The bit I don't like is how they send the ref to the screen.
You think they should just say,
I think
you've got it wrong,
yeah,
overturn it?
They're all refs. The geezer in the log cabin, not log cabin, porter cabin, whatever it is.
Just sat out back in the line for the
Sat in
chippy.
Yorkshire in the log cabin, like, got the fire going. All right, love, get lost on. Nah, if they're referees, they all make the same decision. Just overturn it, get on with it.
Get it gone.
Do you know what
Instead
I mean?
of this 9-10 minute injury time at the end.
I like that. Because so much time is wasted on throwing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I remember a classic game, Jose Mourinho for Chelsea against Liverpool, and it cost you when I think it's Brendan Rodgers was the gaffer.
Yeah.
And every throw in, I think they went 1-0 up, and every throw in, every free kick just took a
Jose Mourinho
forever. Genius tactics.
No yellow card. Yeah, brilliant manager.
How much time would have been added on then compared to obviously?
Well, yeah, you'd have got 3 minutes, wouldn't you? You'd have got the standard, yeah.
Whereas now.
They would have been 12 or 13.
Yeah, and I love that. I want to see more football. And they're all wusses. Yeah, I got to be careful what I say. But they're all proper wusses in terms of, we've played 90 minutes and now we've got to play 12 minutes extra. You don't play 90 minutes. It's not like rugby where the ball goes out and it stops.
No, yeah. You're literally playing rolling clock.
Yeah.
Someone's down for 10 minutes, they're down for 10 minutes. You played 80 minutes
and there's
football.
4 minutes added time. Nah, mate. I want that 10 minutes back.
Yeah, I get it to a degree sometimes. You know, when the game's 4 or 5-0 up, it's gone a bit stale and there's 12 minutes added on. I'm like, ref, you could have kind of blew up.
But if Man United Arsenal the other day, if that carried on, well, I would have loved it.
Well, if there was 3 minutes added time there, it would have finished 1-1.
Yeah, I wish it did.
Do you know what I mean, though? But the 8 minutes gave Declan Rice to break United hearts.
I'm not kidding. Liam was stood up, like, screaming. And I'm just there, like, head in hands, don't know what to do. Dogs are just barking because they think Liam's, like, here to rob us or something.
Yeah, he probably
they're
is.
They're going off their nut. And I'm just like, shut up.
It's nice to see him celebrate, though, to be fair. I mean, he's only celebrated Arsenal for the last 2 seasons. So don't know where he was back in
4
20.
years, yeah.
Don't know where he was.
When they wanted Wenger out. Where was he then?
Yeah, he was tweeting Wenger out, no, weren't he? He was just sat at the pub cheering for Stoke City, weren't he?
His highlights of Arsenal in his lifetime have been AFC TV.
Yeah.
That's it, with Robbie and all the rest
It's
of them.
brilliant, to be fair, that is.
I used to love it when they'd lose. I used to, Monday morning, sat on the toilet in the morning, I'd love it just being like, who said what this week?
I think it's brilliant. I try and watch the Scouse equivalent, but I just can't really understand them, to be honest. It's too thick for me.
I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, they've got some young lad from Liverpool, and he goes out and does all the interviews after the game, but he's thick.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you'd understand him then.
No. My trip to Anfield is park in the car park, walk into the ground, watch the game, and then get out of there with all 4 tyres.
Who do you go Anfield with, like your mates and that?
Yeah, so it varies. I go quite a bit with Jack, who's obviously in our group.
So what, you park in the car park with him?
Yeah, so we'll all drive up together.
When he's happy to pay for the car park near the ground? Time with the money, mate. I thought he'd be parking 10 miles down the road, getting a bus down there.
Hitches a lift from the neat and tries to get up.
We'll walk this bit, lads, whacking down with snow.
No, we split the car park, don't we? Tenner between 3.
Tenner's not bad.
No, we make sure
Old Trafford, it's 20.
We make sure it's 3.33 each, obviously. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
Penny.
Yeah.
Old Trafford 20.
You got to get that 0.2 or whatever it is that he needs.
Yeah, you got it.
Or you need.
The market rate inflation all the time might be £3.34 tomorrow.
Yeah. When are you going next?
So I'm going October the 29th, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. But I'm taking my dad for his 60th. So me, my dad, and my brother, which is going to be a really weird, surreal thing because obviously I'm Liverpool. My dad's Nottingham Forest, bless him.
Oh.
Yeah, from my granddad.
They done well last season.
Passed it down, and then
you just left them and went Liverpool.
yeah. Well, I was just fed up of being bullied at school for being a Nottingham Forest fan when I was like 5 years old, and I went, need a new team. So I looked around and I went, could go for United, but they're all full of themselves.
Well, because we're winning everything.
Could have, yeah. It's like boring, isn't it? Boring winning all the time. It's like City now. I'd have probably picked Man City, but they were like probably League One back when I was 5 years old, weren't they? Before they got bought out.
Well, you're wishing you get bought out, but
I think.
Sorry, carry on with your school story.
It just stemmed from
times.
my mum's dad having an interest in them, and then multiple friends as well. So I think it was an easy fit to support a team. Supported them ever since, obviously. And then obviously my brother's Arsenal, so it's going to be 3 different teams watching a game of football, which should be good. But mainly it's my dad's 60th, so I'm hoping he has a good birthday, but I'm hoping that he's not very happy with the result.
Yeah. Well, it should be a good weekend for him.
And Divock Origi back to Anfield, so
he's back at Forest.
Massive, yeah. Probably one of 2 players we've got rid of recently that's actually quite sad, him and Bobby Firmino.
Were you not bothered when Coutinho left? Because you all seem to be crying then.
I mean, 140 million for a very good player, but
he was class.
Well, I say 140. I don't know what it was exactly, but it was over the hundreds. But the problem is, at the time, that was a lot of money in football. Even though it being not that long ago.
Like 2015, 16?
Yeah, around that season, which back then was a hell of a lot of money in football. Do you know what I mean? He was an over £100 million player, whereas now if you want someone, you're talking 200 million, aren't you? He probably would have been
32-year-old Salah.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you look at the players that are going for money over to Saudi Arabia, it's ridiculous. I mean, we've robbed the Saudis this year, giving them Jordan Henderson for 12 million and Fabinho for 40 million.
I think that's ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's £52 million for 2 players that
are gone.
Are coming to the end of their
for England, bro.
I know it's shocking. Him, Calvin Phillips, Harry Maguire. We can go on all day about it. Jordan Pickford. Well,
Pickford didn't play, did he?
No, but he will. And that's the thing that really frustrates me. It was a friendly. He gives Aaron Ramsdale the goalkeeper and jersey to make England fans go, oh my God, Southgate's changing. And then as soon as it comes to the Euros, it's going to be Jordan Pickford in goal with a back 5 of 4 centre backs, and then probably Kieran Trippier, who we tell to play defensive. We're going to have Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips holding. Jude Bellingham going, mate, I'm not listening to you. I'm the best player in the world right now. I'm just doing me. He won't play Jack Grealish because Jack Grealish don't listen to him either. So you're probably going to have Marcus Rashford, Saka, Mason Mount will probably somehow get back into that team. And then Harry Kane up top. It's going to be back to Gareth Southgate boring football.
I'm not going to comment because 2 of my friends, Jazz and Sham, they're die-hard Southgate fans.
Really?
You know him anyway.
Yeah, I just don't know how you can back him. I feel...
I personally don't, but...
There's 2 avenues that you go down, and I'm firmly the second. But the first is, he's got us to a semi-final, and he's got us to a final.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It's amazing. However, I go down the route of, we arguably are the best team in the world right now. Who? In my opinion, England. The best starting 11 in the world. In world football, I think we are the best. Or top 4. Easy top 4. I say the best. So, if Pep Guardiola finished 3rd with Man City, has he done well or has he failed? He's failed.
Yeah. So
Southgate's failed not to win something with that team, in my opinion.
It's obviously
It's all opinionated, obviously. I just think that for a manager that plays enjoyable attacking football, which wins games, you need someone that probably wasn't a centre-back for his whole trade.
Well, we'll have to save the England talk for another day.
Yeah.
But you mentioned there something really weird that people might find weird as well, but you and Jack on an ice cream van.
Yes.
Yeah,
so...
what's the crack there? Because you've just randomly threw that in.
Yeah.
But not through in any context.
It's a weird one. So my effective career, if you like, is I'm an ice cream man.
Okay.
Young, I know. I don't sit outside schools like the older boys and sell it or at the parks. I go to events and festivals all around the UK and even international this year. So, and the next week we're off to the Ryder Cup in Italy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my trade, I'm an ice cream man. So I effectively maybe I guess you'd see like a franchisee maybe. So I'll take a van out, I'll sort everything out, I'll do all the accreditation, I'll do all the setup, I'll do all the stock, I'll do anything that involves with that van. Do you know what I mean? I take it out and then I'll look after it until it comes back. But yeah, that's what I do. Jack and a few other people come and help me out doing it because obviously when you get busy, it's nice to have help and you need a break and things like that. So yeah.
Well, he said something like last weekend. It was absolutely rammed on the Sunday. You put in the fantasy chat on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Come work for me.
Yeah, I
with
needed
me,
to come
sorry.
work. Yeah.
I'll pay you X amount.
Yeah.
Come with me, and he came, and then I spoke to him the Monday. He came to you to get paid on the Monday. He came to my house.
Yeah.
To drop
came straight around for them.
Fire stick off to me.
Yeah.
Anyway. And he said how absolutely busy it was. So
yeah,
what was the
ridiculous.
What was the event there?
Yeah, so it was, where were we? We were at Chatsworth House. It's a weird one to explain, really. Every time I explain it, I tend to explain it wrong, what these events are. But it was effectively like a bit of a country fair. Okay. So if you imagine, I would say the majority of people that go are like farmers, people like that, dog walkers, people that have an interest in being outdoors, really.
Okay. Yeah.
There was like horses to look at, dogs to look at.
Oh, cool.
There was even ferret racing, which was quite interesting, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, I
Do you get to experience any of this whilst?
Yeah, so when we go, it's the bigger ones. It's not just me. We'll have 8 to 10 units there. Sometimes
units being a van.
Yeah, units being an ice cream van. We'll also have coffee units, some food units. Sometimes there's everything that you can think of, really, to do with the concessions catering side of what you would go when you go to an event. Loads there. 9 times out of 10, there's enough staff, more than enough staff. So sometimes I'll have to go and do the other jobs. Like if anything breaks, I'll go and fix it. Okay. So lads will cover my unit while I go and do all them. Cashing in at the evenings, I'll do all of that. So the lads will cover me. But sometimes I can take a bit of an extended break, if you like, have a walk around.
Extended break.
An extended break, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm on my way to fix that machine. No machine needs fixing. I'll go for a little jolly for an hour. But 9 times out of 10, if it's somewhere that I enjoy. So like we've done Boomtown this year, we've done music festivals. I'll go and head over to them when I enjoy them. The county fairs, I'd rather work, and there's not a lot to see. So I'd rather work. It makes the day go faster.
You don't want to go see a horse that you've just drove past.
Yeah, exactly. Like whereas at Boomtown, I wanted to go out and see some music, enjoy that one. But then I was doing 20-hour shifts, so it was.
Wow.
Yeah, extreme. 9 in the morning, I'll say 20. 9 in the morning, I opened, and then 4:30 a.m. the next day is when I closed. So yeah, I was shut.
So it's going on that long? Like,
yeah.
Well, I guess a music festival.
Music all the time, yeah. So from 9 o'clock it opens, we open. No music, obviously. Music starts at about 12, but people need breakfast, don't they? So obviously.
What, ice cream for breakfast?
No, mate.
We use sell crepes and.
Yeah, sell waffles, crepes, coffee units, even bottles of pop and water. You know as well as me, if you have a night on the booze, the next morning you're going to need a bottle of water.
Yeah.
So like even if we're not selling ice cream that early, there's still stock that we can sell. And as well, it doesn't look good if you're paid all that money to go to an event and you walk past units that are closed. I mean, you imagine if you walked out of the campsite down the hill because you see the ice cream van and you think, I want to get a bottle of water at 9 in the morning and I'm not open. You've just paid £400 to go there. You expect things to be there for when you want them, don't you?
True.
So yeah, we're open all the time. That was hard work. I did have a few little naps throughout the day, but yeah, I mean, it was like 100 hours that I worked in 5 days. So yeah,
fair play, man.
It was
that's something that like we were speaking on the way here.
Yeah.
How frustrated I get. Sorry, people who have businesses or they're self-employed like you, but they don't put the hours in.
Yes.
To push themselves or make their business bigger.
Yeah, I
mean,
they'll
always ring you going, "Oh, I can't get more customers. I can't like."
Yeah, I've had a bad month. Can't really afford to go out for food.
Well, why don't you just work till 7 or 8 tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna miss out 3 hours. Yeah, I can't come to Boozer with you for a quick pint, or I can't. I don't know, go get my haircut. But it is what it is at the end of the day. If you want to push yourself or your business to grow. Like, for example, if let's say you shut the ice cream van at Boomtown.
Yeah.
For 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, you're ridiculous. You're losing so much money.
Hundreds, maybe thousands. Yeah, you'd annoy how many customers that aren't going to come back to your pitch.
Yeah, you're just investing in yourself, aren't you? The more you put in with anything in life, whether it's work, whether it's a hobby, whether it's the gym, whether it's a relationship, whether it's family, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out.
Yeah,
it's the same as anything. Yeah, and some people like to think they're fully committed, but they haven't. Personally, I don't think I could have fully committed to anything more this year than what I have. It's been a complete change year, to be honest. Everything.
Yeah.
Going from relationships to working out that one to work and what I wanted to do, fully put into that this year. back end what I'm doing this winter, which is going to be a good experience, and then looking at what's next for next year, which is potentially why we're both here today, having this conversation.
So before we jump into that, you mentioned relationships, but you've also mentioned like 20-hour shifts.
Yeah.
How do you like combat that? Like, you're single now.
Yeah, I mean, this year has been the year that almost I could fully commit. I've had no one that's, when you've been doing long hours, is saying, when are you coming home? When are we going out for food? When are we doing this?
Holding you back is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, we could say that, yeah. I mean, you try and be a people pleaser to a degree, don't you?
Yeah,
but I mean, in some aspects of life, I feel like you have to be selfish. I've tried to have a really selfish year, which I don't think is a negative.
I think you have to do that.
I think it's made me more positive as a person. I think it's made me a better person. I think more to offer. Certainly better. What's the right word I'm looking for? My mind's gone blank on the word that I'm looking for. Just a better person and more to offer, I guess, is the right thing.
Okay, yeah.
It's probably the first year since I've left school that I've not had what I would see as a lazy year. Okay. I think I've always wanted to overachieve, but I've always underachieved due to not fully committing to something, always having maybe too much on.
In terms of career, work.
Correct, yeah. I mean, I've always been kind of that can be my goal for next year. Gets to next year and I go, maybe that can be my goal for the year after.
But before you know it, 4 years have passed, 5 years have passed.
Correct. So like last year, a lot of things changed. I decided that I wanted to go away for the winter. I wanted to go and see a bit of the world. I thought I'd fully committed to that idea last year, but my work ethic wasn't there maybe. Didn't save as much as what I wanted to save. So it would have been a shorter experience to go around the world, should we say.
Okay.
So I decided it wasn't the right time. I'll have the winter at home, my parents, and then I'll need to fully commit to it this year so I can do it. Have fully committed, worked every hour I could have. I've not gone out on certain nights out that I would have last year. I've not gone and bought new clothes, which I would have last year. So this year is the year that I'm going to go around Asia, yeah.
Oh, well. So you excited for that?
Yes, very nervous. Very.
What are you nervous about?
Being away from everyone. Like, I know I'm 28 and I'm grown up now, but I haven't ever been that far away from everyone for so long. Obviously you get nervous, Nathan, don't you? A new mummy. Yeah, I am a mummy's boy, so yeah, I am gonna miss that. Yeah, I am
posting pictures on Insta with your mum.
Hoping
that you're gonna get DMs.
Yeah, I get a cheeky little
I'm
double
not stupid.
Oh mate, we know on my Instagram.
Took mummy out for dinner. Yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah. Miss you, mum. But no, like, I mean, everywhere that I've been, mate, a week away, 2 weeks away, like, she FaceTimes me every day. When I'm on the vans working away, she's always calling me, seeing how I am. We are really close.
That's nice.
Yeah, really nice, really close. But to think that I'm potentially going to jet off for maybe 6 months, and obviously I'm not going to come home, it will be the first time ever that I've not seen my parents for that long. So it will be a big miss. I'll miss my brother, my niece, my nephew.
You got a big family
friends.
Support, isn't it?
Yes, mate. Yeah, that helps as well. Do you know what I mean? They've been encouraging, they've been pushing, and they said, "Look, you want to do it, you need to do it." I had this weird stigma, and I think the problem is that sometimes it gets into your head and it blocks paths that you want to go down. Of my brother's married, got 2 kids, had them quite young.
You feel like you've got to live up to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think comparison can be a thief of joy sometimes when you're trying to achieve goals. And I think comparing myself to other people has always been a downfall.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I should settle down, maybe I should have kids. But you can't rush things. And I'm happy doing me now. So this is the year that I fully commit. But also nervous maybe about going and spending a little bit too much. I don't want to go and have to budget. I feel that I've had a good enough year that I don't have to budget, but I also want to come back with enough that I can build next year, so then I finally buy a house. So it's weighing up.
So you want to finish this year with some fun,
yes,
some youthfulness, I guess.
Almost get it out of my system, like one last slog at it. Like
one last slog. Shout out Freddie Flynn.
Yeah. What a player, by the way. But like one last. Not one last send off, but like
send off. You're not dying, mate.
No. But like, I don't know how you'd word it. Do you know like the stag do for a wedding?
Yeah.
You have your stag do as one last party.
Like my stag do last year.
Yes. Yeah. It was really good, by the way.
I'll never forget putting in that fantasy chat. I think me, Liam, and Jack put a picture in of the three of us, or something like that.
Yeah.
And either you or Josh replied with the picture. And you know what's like you can do the drawing, and it's just had a stick, man, and it said me, and then it said Brad or whichever one whoever did it.
Yeah. It was
the two of you drew in there.
It was a good trip. I had a great time.
It was a good trip, mate.
But the thing is, though, once again as well, even if things happened, head's not in the right place, you're not saving enough money, you can't do things, can you? Even if them avenues are there.
I mean, that trip was expensive, I'll say that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've somehow signed up for it for next year now, haven't I? So I mean, I'm gonna find out the expensiveness. Going from £1.10 changs in Thailand to probably £1,000 bottles in Dubai. It's going to be an experience.
I remember we went to like this pool party and it was £18 a pint. I remember Jack sat there. He's like, "I fancy a beer today." You know, the old man he is. Fancy a beer. Didn't want a cocktail.
That £2.99 from Wetherspoons.
Yeah, and I remember it. He got the menu and we did like the currency conversion from dirhams, which is what they use in in the Emirates. Anyway, then he come back and I was like, "It's £18.50, mate."
Yes,
and he obviously, you what?
Yeah.
Typical. Like,
straight on credit card.
Yeah. I don't even think he got it.
Did he not?
We just got tap water, mate.
To be fair though, like the only saving grace for me is I'm a cheap date. I have 2 pints and I'm half drunk. So I mean, £37 isn't too bad, is it really?
Yeah. So, it's not a bad night out. Can't do that in Potwell, can you?
No, God, yeah. I think you get 2 bombs for a £5 in Potwell, 2 Jaeger bombs. It's good.
But yeah, that was an easy trip to book, wasn't it? It was. We were at the gym yesterday with Liam.
Yeah, it's nice.
And should we just book Dubai? Yeah, sound done.
Yeah,
got home, did it within 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, I think it was booked. But it's once again, it circles back to the mentality of we've all grafted. We've all grafted this last year to do nice things, to have what we want. And I mean, if me, you, and Liam sat in a room 6-7 years ago, and to book a holiday, we'd have had to have sat down and saved for 6 months to book it.
Well, many people don't know this, but Liam always throws it out. He said it at the gym yesterday, but you didn't click on.
Probably not.
And so Liam used to always come around my house. This was when he left the army, but this was at my like skin. I had nothing.
Yeah.
Not saying I have anything now, but every time he came around, he'd always say like, "Do you need anything?" And at the start I was like, no. But then he'd get to my house and then he'd be like, "I'll have a cup of tea." I'm like, "We ain't got no milk, bro." He'd be like, "Go get some." I'm like, "I got no money." So from then onwards, every time he'd come, which was like 3 times a week, he'd go shop, get milk, bread, eggs for us, and be like, every time, like, "Do you need anything?" Like, just always didn't come empty-handed. Whether it was with Red Rooster, and like I always rate him for this. And I know we
the Red Rooster addiction.
Oh yeah, that's what's fun. But I know we drifted apart for a couple of years, but as soon as we hit back up, it just, like, them friends.
They're the real friends, though. Yeah, you don't see them for weeks or months or years, and you sit back down and you just go, "I feel like I've seen yesterday again." But they're your core friends, aren't they? They're the ones that you'll always have. People drift apart.
I'll never ever forget. Like, it makes me upset, like, thinking back to it. Not upset. Like, obviously, I'm happy to
of course.
him do that, but like, how my life was. But for him to do that is just like amazing.
It's the type of guy that he is, though.
Oh, he's a wanker.
Yeah. We could, he is. But no, we could go into it, but it'd be a completely different type of podcast that we're trying to achieve. But I will say the lad's done a lot of things for me that not a lot of people would. Do you know what I mean, over years. So yeah, fair play to him for that.
Well, just rate him.
He's actually one of the good ones, and they're rare to find. He is.
But yeah, so I was saying, because you said 7-8 years ago, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be able to do any of the stuff I do now.
Correct. No, that's what I mean. But
I'd be living off him. Can you pay?
Yeah.
But I even remember one time he was like, he was at ours and we had no food, and it was payday like the next day or something like that.
Mm.
And I had to go and this was when Chanel was in the care home, and she wasn't living there; she was working there. But
just stealing a room.
Yeah. Living here tonight, love.
Do you mind if I just stay upstairs?
Can you use the shower? Save us on the water bill. But she was off and we needed to go food shopping or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, I'll take it." And then like just things like that, isn't it? Like,
it's different.
You know what I mean?
Different mentality, isn't it? As well.
Yeah.
It's once again probably only snapped out of it the last year. The stigma of it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah,
especially as a man. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's a surrounding pressure of being being what a man should be, yeah. And you don't ask for help, do you? I think some people notice that, like Liam, and he just takes it on his shoulder to go, you haven't got to ask when I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
fully.
They're the good ones.
I mean, I like, just on that topic, I know we didn't plan to talk about this, but like, as me personally, I've had a few problems this year. Maybe not this year, maybe like the last 6 months. But I've never spoke to anyone about it.
No.
And I don't plan on. Or I spoke to Liam once in the car, and I didn't.
Probably just took the mic.
Yeah.
Stop being soft, lad.
We spoke, for 10 minutes, and then I was like, he was actually trying to be friendly and that. And then I was like, I don't even want to have this conversation. I was like, I'll solve the problem myself.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might be next year, but I'll just fix it at some point, and it is what it is. When really, so then there was another time I was sat in the car with my friend Corey, and we were outside my house. Don't know why we didn't just go in the house, but sat in the car for half hour. He's talking to me about his problem. I'm talking to him about mine. Well, I didn't even want to talk. It's only because he's opened up so much to me. I thought
you feel safe, don't you?
Well, I was about to say, fucking hell, I better share something.
Yeah, I best add to this. But no, it's like a safe haven.
Yeah, literally, it's a good shout, to be fair. I guess I didn't look at it like that. And then he gave me some advice, and then I was like, he opened my eyes, and I was like, you idiot. Like,
just other people's perspective is amazing. Do you know when you're going through it, when you're going through something that you just can't shift, and you've been trying and you're working out, and you just bang your head against the wall, just someone else's perspective on the matter makes you go, do you know what? Like, why haven't I thought about that?
And I guess because they're looking at it from a clean point of view. Like,
and the problem is,
you're like this, isn't you?
Without sounding horrible, it's also not their problem. It's easier to fix.
Yeah.
And it's easier for them to opinionate on it. When you're stuck in it yourself, it can get you down.
I guess so. Whereas I'm just like, gotta fix this, gotta fix it.
Yeah, you're a brute. You just like, there's a wall there, I need to get through it. Yeah, and you block out multiple things in the way. Yeah, and you just hit. You're like a teaspoon against a brick wall, aren't you? You're just never going to get through.
Yeah.
And then after months and months and months, you finally do, which could have been solved by just ordering that bulldozer on day one.
Oh yeah, and you know what? The best piece of advice Liam's ever sort of said as well. Even I don't know why I'm bringing Liam up so much.
Was it to get another drink at the bar? Because he does that quite a lot.
It was your problems aren't real problems. It was, there's kids in the world who can't eat, and you're crying about something so petty.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, it is something so big.
Correct.
And it's not to the point of children starving.
No, obviously not. Yeah.
It made me realise, like, sort yourself out a bit. Like,
yeah, he's kind of right.
There's bigger problems in the world than you.
And you're going to face bigger problems.
Oh, of course.
Like, and that's what I tried to get my head around. Like, sometimes you've just got to be able to accept things.
Yeah.
Like an issue that you have today. I'm 28. I'm surely in my lifetime going to face a bigger issue. Let's just save it for that.
Yeah. Fully. Like, I would say my biggest like, I can openly talk about this now, but I couldn't 2-3 years ago. But in my second year of business, there's a day and I lost 45 grand in the stock market. It was the FX market, currency market, in one position, and I was like, "What the fuck has just happened?"
Yeah.
And I was fully like, "How the fuck do I recover from this?" You literally there like people work a year for this, and my old job, I didn't make 45 grand. I didn't even make 20 grand when I started.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I finished working there, I think I was on 21 or 22, right? And I was like, what the fuck? And I just remember, it was in my spare room at my old house, because that's where my office was.
Yeah.
I remember closing the position, because I was like, this isn't going to change.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
It's only going to get worse. So I had to close the position. And not parting with 45 grand out of my fund at the time. I was like, you have to shoot business. Like, what the fuck? And Chanel walked in the room at the time, and she was talking to me, and obviously, like films when everything's just silent.
You've zoned out.
Fully.
You've purely zoned out.
She's chatting shit about, I don't know, Love Island or whatever, right?
It's a great series.
Yeah. Yeah. I do get into it, to be fair. I don't know why I always say that. I'm not watching it.
I know. Yeah. It's that man stigma again, isn't it?
Yeah,
Can't admit to watch something semi-girly.
And then I just started crying, like fully. And then we had like a sofa bed in the office, and she was sat in there. I went and sat there, and then I still ignored her. And then she came, like, I was sat like this, head in my hands, like that. And she came in front of me and then she just gave me a hug and she didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I
Yeah,
was
of course.
just
Yeah,
bursting
yeah.
out
You can't get it out at the
crying.
time. Yeah.
And then eventually I told her. She was like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?"
Just 10 times worse.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, why have we even told you?"
The one time that you needed to go, do you know what? We'll get it next week. Oh no!
I was like, "Give me a solution."
Yeah, in that Yorkshire accent as well.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so in the end, like we thankfully now we recovered. Like 45 grand weren't even. It was a fair amount of the fund.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't remember what the fund was at the time.
Yeah, of course.
But now,
but it's a good
45 grand is nothing in the fund really. Like
Yeah.
we're making good. It's not even 2%. So
yeah, goes to show.
Yeah, but yeah. So
it's like we just said, the small issues back then, you'll face bigger ones in the future. But it doesn't seem it at the time, doesn't it? That does seem like the end of the world.
At the time, I thought that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you've arguably just lost someone's real good annual salary, haven't you?
Yeah, fully. Like, I don't know who is on 45. I know people who are around that figure, but yeah, just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it blew like at the time, like, and I wasn't living good at the time or anything, so like that's probably why my head was so fried.
Yeah, blow my mind.
But I remember what this. So, this obviously I had to email everyone in their reports to say like what's going on, and this one client, one client left, and then, but that was their first month as well.
Yeah.
Right. So this was the last time I had a negative month as well. So one client left.
In what, the years of business, that was the last negative month?
Yeah, so since then I've not had a negative month, right? So we're talking my second year of business, we're now in the 5th year. Lose the 45 grand is what it is. We have to email everyone, notify them. Yeah, here's your monthly report. One woman responds to me saying she's like, "What's going on? What the fuck? Blah, blah, blah." And I responded to her saying, "Look, these things happen in investing.
Yeah,
it's still a small loss compared to how much you've already made on your fund. And we'll continue to make money, investing as long term, etc." She responded with something along like, "Well, what are we doing to make the money back?" And I was like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to change how I invest the money because it's worked for the last year and a half that you've been with me. So we're going to continue
one negative month in effectively 18 months.
Yeah, exactly. So I just handled this situation as professionally as I could.
Yeah, as you need to.
We moved on. She's still with me now. We're now in the 5th year. She's still with me now. She has a very, very healthy amount in there. She's also recommended other people to me. So that one blip where I thought the world was over.
Yeah, yeah. In the grand scheme of things, it's a pebble in the ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, like the roller coaster. You go up, you go down, you go up, you pass the last high, and it just carries on. Albeit one person did leave. Nothing I could do about that.
No.
But that was his first month as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, it's one of them.
You can kind of
in total, he only lost. He lost 150 quid out of 10 grand. So he had over 9,800 and something left. Right, so
half an night in Pot World.
Half an hour for you, yeah.
Half an hour for me in Pot World.
But yeah, so in the grand scheme of things, like you said, you're gonna face bigger challenges at some point, and especially in business, you're always gonna come across new challenges.
Exactly. Just adapt and overcome, and then absolutely knock it out of the park for the next 3 years and keep it going.
It's just what I do, bro.
That's what we like. It's refreshing to hear, though. Do you know, an honesty in a business of yours? Because I can only say my opinion on how I see investors and things like that. And it's all promoting win, 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 win.
No, yeah.
It's nice to hear of an actual business that faces these and overcomes them and how they do it. Do you know what I mean?
I understand.
It's more refreshing than just someone saying to me, you give me £5,000, I'm going to give you this back in next year.
Yeah,
do you know what I
understand.
mean?
Yeah.
It's nice. It helps me.
Honesty, almost.
Yeah, and it's almost for someone of me that is nowhere. I can do maths because I have to add maths up to sell things. But in terms of a market that I have no idea about, to give a lot of money over to someone, it's nice to know of everything and go through the story and almost go through the trip together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I always say to my clients, we're in this together because whatever their money's invested in, my money's invested in. Obviously, 5 years ago, I didn't have any money. But now, I have a little bit of money. I literally invest that wherever client 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are all investing their money. So if you lose money, I lose money.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
our journeys align.
You're on the drive together.
Yeah. Like I lose money every day. Maybe not every day, but weekly.
Yeah.
Right? But over the course of the month, we've made money.
Yeah, exactly.
For example,
it's the grand picture, isn't it?
You came to mine on Monday. You brought me Subway.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday, whatever. No, Tuesday. So I bought shares in Amazon on Monday, which I showed you.
Yeah. We were having a conversation, and I left with a head full of thoughts.
By the end of Monday, that position was up 3%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday, you came round. You were there at 2:30 with my Subway lunch for me.
Yeah.
Market open, and it was at 2%. So in the day, I'd lost 1%.
Yeah.
So I lost money that day. Right?
Yeah.
Now,
but you'd made the 2% the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now the position is at 5%.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm happy. When you become a client, you'll be happy.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'll be really happy.
So at the end of the day, for me, you've got to be honest. Like from my background as well, like we believe in honesty and like, sharing.
It's how you build a relationship, isn't it? Honesty.
Well, yeah, that's why you love me.
It's
But we've only really we've been in the fantasy chat that we keep mentioning. For
of course.
5-6 years, but I knew of you years ago, but we've never been sat on a couch together.
No, yeah, it's almost
it's only been like this
a fairly
last year,
new
maybe?
close friendship.
Yeah, maybe this. This year, we'll say.
And it might even be finally because our paths are aligning of what we want in life.
Correct.
To a degree.
Yeah. One of my friends, Scott, he's a massive believer in like when the stars align, like people come into your life for a reason.
Yeah.
And that this could be it. Obviously, now you're going travelling at the end of the year. You want to use me to make your money. Friendship.
This is what it is. I've just been playing this long game so that I can finally just go to you. Do me a favour. Can you just make me some money?
Yeah, literally. I've waited out in this group chat. I don't even want to be in. I've paid $45
for the last 3 years. Yeah,
just for this moment.
It's like a tactic thing. I'm just secretly losing so that you think I'm a good guy, and then I'm like, can you take this money and just give me it back?
Yeah, you finished 12th this year, and I'll finish 11th in the fantasy.
Last game of the season, I'm making 36 transfers just to go below you.
I mean, you mentioned as well there about on your socials and Insta and whatnot about everyone being, we won, we made money.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's that monster. But Instagram's a very fake life, isn't it? Like, with my post now,
yeah.
I used to believe my Instagram was for me to boast about this meal and having gold steaks in Dubai and all that. But now it's just a promotion for me. Like, it's all about my business.
Yeah.
And I'll try my hardest to be as open, as upfront, and show the real story as to what is going on, like, behind the scenes in business, in my business, whether it be SR Investments, the flowers, the other business in Trade Dash that I'm invested in now. And I'll always try to show what is actually going on, whether it's losing money, making money, losing a client, gaining a client. Like, I posted the Simon, he left me because he saved enough money to get his house.
Yeah.
Or he invested enough money to get his house. I'm obviously made money on top of that money for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Made enough, got his house, and off we go. But Instagram is a massive, massive lie.
Yeah, I'll agree. I mean, it sees arguably the top 1% of everyone's day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I use it to potentially the same reason that everyone else does. I'm not going to call anyone out on it, but we know why your Instagram gets used. It perceives the best parts of your life to get some type of joy, because approval from others seems to just bring people joy. Myself, everyone else. But I would never, you're right, I'd never wake up at 11:30, go downstairs and post a negative part of my day on Instagram.
Yeah.
I would always post the positive part. Which is bizarre, because you could just send a photo to your close friends saying, Jesus, because people that actually care. There's a lot of people on my Instagram, on everyone's Instagram, that they don't care about you and what you're doing. I don't care about them and what they're doing. But for some reason, we're an internet friend. And
it's just a fake life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fake life for likes of people that really don't mean anything to the grand scheme of things.
Everyone on my following means something to me, because you can always DM me if you want to get invested. So, but in Brad's life, forget it.
Yeah, gonna go back.
You're just like I said earlier, posting pictures of you and your mum to try and get some clout.
Yeah, so I'm growing a business.
So Tell me about what you want to invest. Obviously, you mentioned about going travelling.
Yeah.
You mentioned also you don't want to go out there and spend all your money.
Correct.
So what's give me the backstory. Like,
So the main thing is it's the first time that I've always had these 2, 3, 5 year plans that I've told people, and I haven't had them. I've made them in 2 minutes. That's not a 5 year plan. I now think that I do have what I perceive to be my 5 year plan. Things will adapt, things will change, but I'm nailed on to certain things. This winter, going away, traveling, seeing parts of the world is nailed on. The next step is a bit different. I might really love it. I might look at relocating. I might look at other things. A house next year is nailed on if I don't do these things. However, the one thing that is nailed on is I need to make more money. The same as anyone. I've got what I've got. I'm now having 6 months off work where I'm not going to get paid. I need to make more money. There is a fund of money that I am taking out of the travelling part and leaving for money when I come home, which, well, you know as well as me, I'm self-employed. I get a lot of cash, which I do declare, but it's obviously in cash, which is...
I never even said you didn't.
I know, but I was just want to make it clear in case, you know.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, but it's sat there doing nothing.
Yeah.
I want to come home to it. It's not coming with me. It's not going to get spent. It's either going to be in my bank account doing not a lot, or it's going to be at my house doing not a lot. I just think it's the right time to invest it with you to gain something, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if I leave, I won't say the figure, but if I leave X at home, do I want to come home to X, or do I want to come home to X plus a bit?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
I think you need to clear up that it's not like a huge figure, so no one comes bashing in your doors, bro.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I'm definitely a smaller player than most.
Yeah.
but enough that you value it. Enough that you value it.
I value
yeah.
all my clients.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
5,000 or whether it's 100,000.
Yeah.
I value everyone equally.
And I'm looking forward to reading my monthly report while I'm sat on the beach sipping a margarita.
Nice.
Looking at the beautiful Thai sun.
Nice. So the money that you want to invest then, is that for when you get back, or is that for something that is for your house, like to add in for next year? Because you're gonna come back from traveling for 6 months, and you're gonna go back to work. I presume you're not gonna sign on.
No.
So you're gonna be making money again next summer. So next summer, for example, is that gonna be another year of like hard saving again, or?
Yeah. So the goal, and like I said, it could change. I could go to Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and I could fall in love with the place, and I could go, do you know what? These plans need to change, that I need to live here for the rest of my life.
These Thai boys are wicked.
You don't know. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Everything happens. You might fall in love. I might meet a Vietnamese lady and decide that I want to work on the farm for the rest of my life. I don't know. But with the plan that I have, it's to buy a house at the end of next season. So I've got some money that I don't want to touch because I couldn't do it to myself. Even though I'm going to have one big blowout this year, to come back with nothing, I've just defeated how hard I've worked this year in a way.
Yeah.
I'm not chucking it up the wall doing what I'm doing because it's memories and it's experience, and it will probably make me grow as even more of a person.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think
experiences definitely make you grow.
Correct. But I just don't think it's worth the experience to come back to square one again. I need to come back to number 2, square 2.
You don't want to be like 2018, fresh out of college. Well, you weren't fresh out of college then,
I wish I was 18 back in 2018.
But you don't want to be like back at that 0 point.
Correct.
Again.
Like, I mean, I'm at the fortunate position where I come back to a job that I know treats me well. I will put the hours in and I get rewarded well for it. Mm-hmm. So I would be in maybe not square one, but I'd be definitely square one of this year because obviously I've had this job.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to come back with nothing. I want to come back with X amount, which would give me flexibility next year of enjoying myself a little bit more in England, not having to save as much, going and seeing friends, having meals, having family, and enough money with the pot that I've got and what I save this year to buy a house at the end of next year.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So that's the plan that I've put into structure.
I like it. It gives you some security for the future.
Exactly. And I'm just kind of thinking with what I've got, if it's invested right and it goes to the right person, it might turn the flat to a house.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Hmm.
So, what were the barriers? I guess. What were you nervous about? Obviously, you came around mine on Monday.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
had a big chat for like Tuesday. Sorry,
yeah, we did.
big chat where you're doing my head in while I was trying to do some work. I was like, just get out of my house now.
Yeah, sorry to everyone that I interrupted Sandy for a few hours. But yeah, I mean, I hate to say it as blunt as it is, and I will.
I want you to be as honest as you can.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care if you offend me. Obviously, I just won't give you a lift home today.
yes. The train's not far, it's okay. No, but I hate to say it. I mean, trust is a huge thing.
Of course.
There is a select few people in the world that I trust. And I think,
one, your mum.
Yeah, mainly mum and dad. And I mean, that is probably as far as it goes to a 100% trust. Do you know what I mean? In any aspect. Even a friend like you, a friend like Liam, a friend like even my brother to a certain degree, I would feel nervous giving money to that I have just worked so hard for without knowing enough about it.
Yeah.
So, like, I am invested this year for when I go away, but just the fact that you and my friend wasn't enough.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
I almost needed that 3 hours of your undivided attention to kind of feel safe and comfortable. After you ran me through it, like you could have just said to me, Brad, just give me your money and I'm going to make it work.
Yeah.
But you didn't. And we're friends. You didn't have to go through that because you might have thought that you might have already got the business.
Yeah.
But you did, and it meant a lot. It went a long way, and what made me decide, instead of just keeping it safe in my head and just keeping it as a lump that I've got, to actually trust and give it to someone to make it grow.
Yeah. So the fact that I was able to answer all 1,000 questions that you had.
Yeah, I think that's on the light side as well.
And I guess it helped that I had the screen there to show you everything.
I think just taking the time to run me through it. Obviously, you are a busy person. I'm a busy person. We don't get a lot of time. And just the fact that I could see you were busy, but you still took time to do it when you had a minute. Yeah, it just meant a lot. It just, things like that do mean a lot, though.
Oh,
just people's time is much more valuable than anything, isn't it? Yeah. And like I said to you when I came round, like I love learning new things. I like having a bit of knowledge. It's not something that interests me personally to ever pursue as a career myself because I love what I do. But just learning about it a little bit, I went away just feeling better. Yeah, I just felt good.
Whereas before, I guess you were nervous or confused.
Yeah, I mean, I used to joke with you for the last 18 months about you just doing pie charts for a job, didn't I? I never knew. Things changed.
There's no pie charts involved in my life.
I was heartbroken. There wasn't a single pie chart.
On your monthly report, I'll just put a pie chart in as a picture.
Just do a pie chart and say, gained this much. That'd be great, yeah. But that's what it was for me. And like I said, it's just being friends wasn't enough. You need that extra thing. And obviously, it just helps the way that people explained it. And I mean, I don't want to say something and say that I'm talking bad about anyone else in particular, but I feel like a lot of the places that you see online that tell you to invest some money or do this and do that, it's kind of an internet world. It's kind of, there's no
realism to it.
There's no care, in my opinion. I wouldn't trust.
Well, like I said, I care about all my clients because wherever their money is going, mine is going as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not just backing it up with bullshit talk.
Well, that's what I mean.
You're not
just.
I'm not walking that walk, bro.
Yeah, you're not just selling a course of how to do it yourself.
No, I mean, people have asked me loads of times, "Oh, can we do like a course together and you teach me how you invest?" Like, no,
don't need that right now.
I put so much time and effort into learning, bro, that I would never ever now go away and say like, "Yeah, I'll charge you 30 quid an hour."
Yeah, exactly.
No way. I'd rather spend that hour with Chanel.
Yeah, and the problem is as well.
I don't know if she does, but
we'll soon find out. Yeah. The way that I see it as well, and I don't know whether it's just my opinion or there's people out there with the same opinion. And like I said, I'm not trying to talk bad about anyone's how they do it.
Just say what you want to say. Stop saying I don't want to talk bad.
Yeah, but it's say what you want, bro. I'll get some hate on the back of this. Do you know what I mean? But no, just personal opinion.
Just from Liam, the hate will be.
The way that I see it is people that are selling courses is a cop out.
Yeah,
that's their way of making money. I think if they're doing a business that grows each month, doing this, doing that, and they're making enough money, they don't need to sell a course.
Yeah,
they just need to take more money and invest that.
Yeah.
I think it's the way of showing that you know a little bit, and you're going to try and put it on someone else. But you want to guarantee your wage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If I sell 20 courses a month,
You ain't got to work.
I know I can make $2,000 or whatever.
Correct.
But
I
it's
think
almost gone now from. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
It's almost gone from like FX courses to Amazon dropshipping courses.
Yeah, I mean, mate, my Instagram DMs, unfortunately, are just full of drop shippers that are trying to sell me this course. I mean, I'd be nice just to have someone talk to me that I like. Do you know what I mean? It's, hello, Bradley, do you want to buy this course for $19.99 and I'll teach you the ways?
You know, like when I first started, I did pay some money for some courses, and like I said before, we were so skint, and we made it work and whatever, mainly thanks to Liam. But when I finished the courses, you're absolutely buzzing. Like you think, yeah, I'm gonna walk away from this. I'm gonna go make £1 million tomorrow. I'm gonna turn my 50p to £1 million, just like this time on Insta.
Yeah, just like he's done.
It's only like 6 months later you realise like you're like smashing your head against the fucking microphone.
It's almost a false sense of security, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like electrician, you do the course, you're a fully qualified electrician. That is a fact.
Mm.
A plumber, the same, it's a fact. You do this FX dropshipping course online and you're a fully qualified what?
No.
You're not.
Yeah.
It's a false sense of security.
I think, yeah. So I watched this guy, can't remember his name, but he basically said, in 10 years' time, you know, now everyone's like, I want to be an OnlyFans model, I want to be a streamer, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be like whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, in 10 years' time, the new craze will be people saying, I want to be a plumber, I want to be an electrician.
I've seen the exact same video. I've seen the
You
exact
know
same
who I'm
video.
on
I
about,
know
that
the geezer
Yank guy,
and
I
I
don't know
can't
his
think of
name.
his name. Yeah.
You got him in your head, innit?
Yeah, I have.
And I think it's so true.
Yeah, it must be that we've watched fairly similar things as well, because it's definitely popped up on a related video. But yeah, it's true. Like the roles have to reverse to the point of even me. I took a few years out of my building sites, didn't I? And I did a trade that was concrete erecting, which.
Sorry.
Don't know why everyone laughs at that.
Go
But
on.
no, that's what I did.
What are you saying, bro?
That was my job title. What do you want me to do?
What? Concrete erector?
Yeah, that's my job title.
What, on OnlyFans? Is that what your job title is? Yeah.
$4.99. Please subscribe. Link in the bio. No. No, so I was a concrete erector. What it was, I'll explain it. This wall behind us here, it would come already made. We'd hook up to a crane. We'd put it up. We'd build it. Flats, apartments, prisons, things that aren't built brick by brick is what we would do.
Roger.
I was 25 and I was the youngest lad by like 15 years.
Really?
Yeah. So when you think about that, when they retire, they're going to have to pay more money to get other staff, younger staff. Who's there? There's no one there. So the bloke is right. There is certain trades that make the world go round that are deemed slightly underappreciated, I think.
Yeah. My father-in-law's a gas engineer. And he said to me once, like, I'll be all right, but in the next generation, gas engineers won't exist because they'll have something else. I can't remember. Yeah. Is it heat pumps or something like that? He did tell me, but it was so long ago. I forgot. Sorry.
That's the only difference, yeah. The world's changing, everything's adapting, and the next generation might not have to learn how to do this because it is no longer there.
But tradespeople, or trades them, are will always be required, man. Yeah. Will always be required.
Correct, yeah. I mean, we're never going to get to the point where something doesn't need building.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, even if the world adapts to an absolute degree of disbelief where you slept in pods that floated in the sky, they still need building.
Oh, of course.
Do you know what I mean? They're always going to be. There are certain jobs that are always safe. Some that people are trying to go down the route of now are potentially not. Mm-hmm. So they might have to revert back to their original job. I mean, even myself, I think I'm fairly secure. Everyone needs to eat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah.
So you mentioned as well trust and so forth, which is where we went off on a tangent.
Yeah, we got lost.
Was there anything else in there other than the trust?
What that was kind of a holdback from giving it a go?
Other than not knowing enough. Or in your head, not knowing enough. I'm not saying you didn't know enough.
I didn't know enough. I didn't. It wasn't I didn't know enough. I didn't know anything.
Right.
I feel like if you go into a topic that you don't know anything of, you just don't know, do you?
So how do you feel now after Monday? Tuesday?
I'm not going to lie. I'd feel happy enough that I know where my money's going.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have to start with. I'd have just gone. I've gave Sandy some money and he's given me some more back, but I'd have had no idea where it came from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas because you showed me it, I get what you do.
What was the best thing that you picked up that day? Or the most informative thing?
Do you know what I think it was mainly? I think it was just to see how you work
Okay.
in such a weird way.
From the sofa.
Yeah, really relaxing. It's basically like me. But no, it's... I don't know. I think it's really hard to explain.
So just everything as a whole, then.
Just everything as a whole. It almost made me... I mean, it's slightly different. Maybe, well, it's not different. Even the fact that we're friends, it isn't different. How welcome...
Because at the end of the day, friends aside, business is a completely different thing.
And I'd like to think in working hours, I'd be a client. I wouldn't be a friend. I'd be treated how the clients get treated.
As soon as you invest some money, mate, there'll be no more WhatsApp direct. It'll be all online or via messages.
Yeah, I want some emails.
Yeah. I'll be your only person emailing you, won't I?
But no, I get loads from like Argos still and Woolworths.
And OnlyFans. Well done for subscribing to Molly.
Everyone's subscribing to me.
Yeah.
But no, it's... Yeah, there's two different elements. Obviously, I felt comfortable with you as a friend. I wouldn't be friends with you if I didn't. Felt welcomed, felt the time got spent showing me through it all. And it just... The issue for me in my head was, like I said, it was understanding, which I do now to a degree, of where my money's going to go and what it's going to be done. It's trusting that I've got the right person to do it, which I knew I had as a friend. I knew I had the right friend to trust. I just didn't know whether or not there's still that uncertainty. Showing me for uncertainty. Yeah, we can cut that bit out, mate. Uncertainty. But yeah, just felt comfortable as a whole. I'm trying to think how to word it. When you come from having no money for 7 or 8 years, and you're just throwing it up the wall, living for one night a week, to finally working so hard to save some money, trying to find the best way to grow it, it does take a lot of trust and guts that you're going to get it back, and some. Money makes money is a famous line that you probably know. Yeah. When I had none, I couldn't make any. Now I've got some, I want to make more.
Yeah. Because you're greedy.
I am greedy, yeah. I mean...
That's just everyone, mate.
The thing is, no matter who you are in the world, you could have what I consider now is loads of money. They want more.
Of course.
Everyone wants a bigger slice of the pie.
Everyone, mate. Everyone. So one of my friends, I went to him for some advice on a property deal. And I was like, I really want to get another place, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you're 28. I was 28 at the time. He's like, you're 28. You need to chill out. Like, there's no rush. And I was like, well, you've got some properties. But he's like, yeah, but I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
He's like, when I was your age, you don't think I was like this? And I was like, oh, good shout. And it just opens your eyes a bit that, yeah, you don't need to be greedy where you need everything today.
No, correct.
You're working towards a future. For me, that's retiring.
And for me, with my money, I can put it in somewhere that I trust, that I feel safe with it, that's going to get me a steady return. Or you could put it somewhere like in a bank that's going to get me less of a return.
Get you nothing.
Or you go to the complete opposite way and be silly with it, which is what you don't want to do, where you end up investing it all into something that's got these massive rewards and high risk, low risk, and you lose it all.
Yeah.
And for me, I just can't afford to do that.
Yeah. So because you want some security for the future.
Yeah, stability. Everyone wants stability, don't they? Whether it's job, relationship, work, business, pleasure, stability is what keeps it going. Mm-hmm. I just want to feel comfortable where it is, to be honest.
Love it. Well, on that note, bruv, thank you very much for coming today.
Pleasure.
You've done fantastic considering how nervous you were getting a fresh trim last night.
I literally went to my barber's last night at 8:30, got him out of bed to open the shop to get a trim. It's the greys. The greys are coming.
We're getting those, man. That's why I get a skin fade, because I can't see them.
Yeah, do you know what? I used to have a really high skin fade because he'd get all the greys gone. And then I went last time and I thought, I'm 21, but I'm not. So I was like, I'm going to get a low fade because I've heard someone say it before. But I like it.
Yeah, it's me who told you.
So I'm going to keep running it.
Hides your receding hairline as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is the last one that I do.
Thank you very much, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having us.